Alright guys, back here, part 3 footwear. Part 3. This is probably my favorite boot I've ever owned, and it's super comfortable. If you remember from part 1 of footwear, we showed you the Asolo grid in a low top with Gore-Tex. Super lightweight, super comfortable. Good camp shoe, good hiking shoe, good just all around town shoe. Then we jumped over to the Innovate. We showed you the Rock Lite, and that, you don't want a low top, you want a mid top that's lightweight, waterproof, and you're looking for a little bit of support. Now we're going to, later in the season, you want a boot that is comfortable. It's going to help keep your feet warm. It's going to be waterproof. It's going to give you the support. It's going to have the characteristics of a mountaineering boot without the discomfort and weight of a mountaineering boot. Asolo did it again, and this boot, you just can't go wrong. So this is the Fugitive GTX. This is their Gore-Tex. This boot is hands down for serious hiking that you can hunt in, hike in. The downfall is if you're in these all day, you're going to want to let your feet breathe a little bit. That's why I take a camp shoe on certain trips. If I know I'm not spending a bunch of time stocking or a bunch of time hiking, then I don't mind, keeping these. I can just open them up and let my feet air while I'm sitting at camp. But this thing is the real deal. You have toe cap rubber, Gore-Tex, leather here, leather in the back with the webbing, so when you lace these up, it snugs around your ankle. So support wise, you don't have to worry about rolling your ankle while you're hiking. They're true size, so you can order these in your normal shoe size. You don't have to go half size down or half size up. The bottom, the sole has just the right amount of grip. It's not going to overdo it. And this stuff wears amazingly. And again, these guys are an Italian mountaineering boot maker. That's where they come from. So they take what is out there and design it to what it should be. So also, this again, the Fugitive, the support in the arch is also great. A lot of times, guys, I don't have a flat foot, but I have a semi-flat foot. So when I'm hiking for a prolonged period, if I don't have good arch support, it feels like the tendons in the bottom of my feet are pulling apart, and it starts to like almost like a stretching pain. I don't get that in this boot, and I mean, you can use and abuse these things as much as you want. So it's going to lace like a standard boot, so you've got your non-closed eyelets at the top to give you that real snug feel around your ankle. The one thing I will mention, and you want to wear these well before you go on a trip, where the grid, obviously it's like a sneaker, so you don't really have to break it in. The Innovate, the Rock Lite, you could probably wear them a little bit just to get them, that feeling. With these guys, this is a true hiking boot. You need to break this in. So one of the biggest things I hear, and I get it once in a while, you want to make sure that the tongue, when you put these boots away, you don't want the tongue left in the boot like this. You want to get it out, because what will happen is sometimes is the fabric on the inside of the tongue, it'll have that little bit of an indentation, and depending on your ankles, where the ball in your ankle is, a lot of times that little pinch of fabric hits right on the tip of that ball, and it kind of feels like a pressure point. So you definitely want to break these boots in. Same thing, it's a leather bottom, leather sided shoe. So just like any other leather boot that's out there, you want to break them in and make sure they're comfortable. So that's our gear lineup for shoes. Again, totally up to you what you're going to purchase. We're recommending something that is price worthy and weight worthy, so that you don't constantly just have to go and go, okay, what was that hunting boot that so and so told me about? You don't have to look just in the hunting world. take a step back and look outside that realm and find a true hiking shoe company or a hiking boot company that makes boots meant to do what you're going to do, because hiking and stocking are basically the same thing. You're walking in the backcountry, rough terrain. That's what these shoes are meant to do. So again, you have two from Asolo. Again, you just can't go wrong with either one of those. It just depends on your circumstance and the terrain that you're going to be in. Like for instance, dead of summer, we have some fly fishing trips lined up for this year that are going to be strictly in the backcountry. Right there, that's my go-to for summer. With the exception of one hike that I know we're doing, I'll go to this guy because it's a little bit more rough. Now, early season in hunting season, I'll switch to this because it still has a little bit more support, still lightweight, still waterproof. I just don't want the non-support of a low top. So those three shoes, guys, are, you can basically wear all three of them year round. And again, this is the one we definitely recommend breaking in. So wear it in the summertime, go do some hikes, wear it to the store, wear it, working out in the yard, just to get that boot broken into your foot. So those three boots or shoes, you got Asolo, ASOLO.com, and Innovate, and it's INOV8, the number 8, .com. You can check them out. Again, find a backcountry or backpacking dealer near you to try some of these guys on. If not, with these two you can order pretty much true to size. With the Innovate, I'd go a half size bigger just because they do fit a little bit snugger. It's meant for trail running, so they want that snug fit. But they have other versions of shoes and boots available from both companies. Again, it's going to come down to how much you want to spend and what kind of weight. Obviously, in Asolo you can go up to one of their mountaineering boots and spend a whole bunch of money, and that's not what we're trying to recommend here. So yes, do they make a higher end boot as far as a backcountry boot or a mountaineering boot? Of course. But same thing, you may want to go, hey, I really like the low top from Innovate, and I like two different versions of Asolo's. Again, these are just recommendations. So we hope that part helped. Sorry that we had to break it into 3 sections, but I wanted to make sure that you saw each shoe individually. And Keith will have his selections as well. And I think, with the exception of the grid, I think these two are the same. So honestly, we'll probably just show you his low top choice. But stay tuned for more, guys. We appreciate you tuning in. Click that little subscribe button. Make sure you tune in for Season 2 on Carbon TV of Rack and Rod Chronicles. We'll talk to you later.